Hello humans, my name is Dale Kingsmill, and we've made it to the final of the 5 realms of Gyro cards that we're talking about for this sponsorship series, sponsored by Immortal Conquest. Immortal Conquest is a game, it's a mobile strategy game, and it draws a whole bunch from different mythologies. And that's why I'm here to talk about it. I've been looking at some of the rarest, most powerful hero Gyro cards that are in the game from each of the 5 different realms, and today we're talking about Prometheus from the Titans. The Titans ruled over ancient Greece before the Olympian gods did, and Prometheus was the most famous among them. Prometheus was a deity of trickery and wisdom, basically the polar opposite of his brother Epimetheus, who played a hand in the opening of Pandora's box. In fact, Prometheus means forethought. Epimetheus means afterthought. Little bit of a clue there. During the Titanomachia, which was the war between the Titans and the Olympians, Prometheus switched sides and worked with the Olympian gods in order to overthrow the Titan army. And so for a time, Prometheus was allowed to live on Mount Olympus with the Greek gods. Prometheus plays a part in a lot of creation stories. For example, he was the one who released Athena from the skull of Zeus, thus allowing the goddess of war to be born fully formed, decked out in her armor, brandishing her spear like a true war god would. Prometheus is also said to have been the one to form humankind out of clay, bringing them to life and caring for them greatly. But Zeus, the king of the Olympian gods, didn't like humanity, and it was only by Prometheus's wise trickery that humans were allowed to live. Zeus demanded a sacrifice from the humans at every meal, but Prometheus loved his people, so he decided to play a little trick. He thought up a clever way to have the humans get the best part of every meal and have it be by Zeus's decision. What he did, Prometheus split up all the pieces of a cow into 2 different sacks. Into one he put all of the meat and the delicious pieces, and in the other he put basically just the bones and the gizzards and the blech bits. But on top of the sack full of good cow bits, Prometheus placed a layer of just like the tripe and the disgusting, I don't want to think about it. While on top of the bag of bones, he placed a delicious layer of fatty goodness. And Prometheus took these bags to Zeus and said, alright, when the humans sacrifice to you at every meal, which of these bags do you want to receive? And Zeus, who has never been much of a thinker, chose the bag that looked the best but was really full of bones. But Prometheus's protection of humanity came at a cost. Prometheus was very proud of his trick, but Zeus didn't take to it too kindly. Fine, he said, the humans can have the bag of delicious cowy goodness, but I'd like to see them cook it without fire. And Zeus took away the humans' ability to make any fires on which they could cook their food. Prometheus looked out over his people who were starving and dying because they couldn't keep warm, they couldn't cook their meals, and Prometheus knew that in a weird way it was his fault, so he was gonna make it right. Prometheus took extreme measures, and he snuck into Olympus in the dead of night, and he stole the secrets of fire and gave them back to humanity, which worked out great for people. People got along swimmingly after that, but Prometheus was punished. Zeus had Prometheus chained to a rock high in the Caucasus Mountains, where every day an eagle would come and would peck out his liver, and every night his liver would grow back in an incredibly painful process. And so Prometheus suffered eternally, or so it would seem. Many ages later, when Zeus's son Heracles was doing his thing, adventuring around the world, he came across Prometheus chained and got along with him pretty well. And so Heracles begged his father and said, please, can't we release him? I'm sure he's learned his lesson. And so Prometheus was freed, but he did have to wear a piece of the chain that had bound him forever on his finger as a ring, as a reminder of his punishment. Those are some stories about the Titan god Prometheus, a Gyro card that you can get your hands on in the game Immortal Conquest. Now, there's this awesome thing that you can do where you combine different Gyro cards in order to get bonuses. But they're not just any combination, you gotta know a little something about mythology. I mentioned Pandora's box. You can combine the Gyro cards for Prometheus, Epimetheus, Pandora, and Hephaestus in order to get yourself a little Pandora's box bonus, which is pretty dang sweet. This is the last week that you can go over and check out all of the Gyro cards on the Immortal Conquest website and tell me who you want me to be talking about in next week's episode. Gosh, that's happened fast, hasn't it? Go check it out. There's a link in the description and you can leave me a comment telling me who I should talk about. Apart from that, I do believe that's it. I'm done and I will see you some other time.